Tonight, the transfer world in London looks set to tilt again as Eberechi Eze, the dynamic attacking midfielder who cut his teeth at QPR before exploding into the Premier League with Crystal Palace, is reported to be on the verge of joining Arsenal in a deal that would send shockwaves through 3 clubs. For Arsenal, this isn't just another signing. It's the kind of creative injection the team has hunted for. A player who can unlock tight defences, switch play in an instant and add unpredictable movement to Mikel Arteta's established system. For Crystal Palace, it's a test of recruitment depth and timing. And for QPR, it is a rare financial moment. The sell-on clause inserted when Eze left Loftus Road years ago looks set to deliver a 7-figure windfall back into the Hoops coffers. The backstory matters. Eze's rise is the classic English football success arc. Overlooked early on, released from trials, then seizing a senior debut and forcing his way into the conversation through sheer creativity and end product. Palace gave him the platform. He repaid it with eye-catching goals and assists. And now the Capital's transfer chessboard is rearranging around that creativity. The numbers being discussed in the market are headline-grabbing. Reports put the fee to Arsenal in the region of 67.5 million. And because QPR negotiated a sell-on clause when they sold him originally for around £16 million, the smaller club stands to receive a meaningful slice of the profit. If that clause is indeed 15% of the profit, a straightforward calculation points to roughly 7.7 million returning to Loftus Road. A sum that can change budgeting and ambitions immediately. Whatever the final legal niceties and deductions, the windfall gets QPR breathing room to invest in their squad, bolster the training setup or shore up finances while Julian Stefan plots his next moves. Palace, meanwhile, faces the familiar managerial headache of replacing a player who has become integral to their chance creation. Do they move quickly in the transfer market, promote from within, or reshuffle tactical roles to cover the creative gap? Timing is critical. Cup fixtures and early league matches don't wait for boardroom negotiations. For Arsenal, the attraction is obvious. A technical, inventive midfielder who can play between the lines and supply forwards with incisive passes. Arteta has built a team that prizes structure and ball progression, and Eze's flair could be the jolt that turns chances into consistent goals. But football is rarely as simple as adding talent. There are questions of chemistry, positional overlap and wage structure that the club will have to manage. Fans will debate how Eze fits with the existing creative players, whether he starts immediately or is eased in, and how his arrival changes Arteta's matchday selection. The human element mustn't be forgotten. For supporters of QPR, this is bittersweet. A homegrown talent brought to national attention and now departing for one of the country's biggest clubs, but also a payday that can fund dreams back at Loftus Road. For Eze, it's a personal milestone. A move that offers Champions League possibilities, intensified media spotlight and renewed England contention. For Palace, it's a lesson in transfer economics. Develop talent, reap sporting rewards, and prepare for the moment when the market calls. Ultimately, this transfer story is bigger than one fee. It's about pathways in English football, the Championship proving again to be fertile ground for talent, the Premier League's ravenous demand for creativity, and the small but pivotal contractual details, like sell-on clauses, that can transform a club's season. As the signatures are inked and the medicals completed, keep an eye on the ripple effects. Which players will Palace target as replacements? How QPR will spend its windfall? And how Arsenal will rearrange their attack with this new creative spark. The Capital's transfer map has been redrawn. What happens next will define more than one club's season and keep fans arguing for weeks to come.